on the Elder Watch Helpline, we've seen an uptick in investment fraud and scams originating on social media. So today we're going to go over some of the red flags that you might be dealing with an investment scam and not a legitimate investor, investment firm. And we'll also talk about some of the ways that you can make sure you're investing in safe, reputable places to stay scam free. As I mentioned before, we're seeing an uptick in investment scams that originate on social media. Sometimes it will be an unsolicited message from a celebrity or a financial guru. Sometimes it will be a pop-up ad that's advertising a new type of cryptocurrency or a new investment firm. Sometimes you'll see a post about a particular security that is going to skyrocket. And sometimes you'll develop a friendship or romantic relationship with somebody, and a couple months in, they tell you that they have an amazing investment that can help triple, if not quadruple, your retirement savings. Now, while all of these scams are a little bit different, there are a couple of red flags they tend to have in general. So knowing these red flags is the best way to stay safe. Let's get into what some of them are. One of the first red flags that can tip you off that you're dealing with a scammer and not a legitimate investing professional is an unsolicited contact, especially if it's from a celebrity, a CEO, or somebody very high up. This is not how investment firms do business. And if we think about it, celebrities, financial professionals, they don't really have the time to be doing these cold calls or cold messaging. So if you see that, and if that's how you got the investment tip, it's probably a scam. Another big red flag that you might be dealing with a scam or a scammer is a guaranteed no risk. Though the market generally tends to yield a 7% annual average, that's not guaranteed and it's an average. Investing inherently always carries risk. So if somebody tells you that it's a no risk investment, be very cautious because it's more than likely that that is too good to be true. Another sign that you might be dealing with investment scam and fraud is undisclosed fees that keep coming. It's not uncommon for there to be some type of withdrawal fee associated with taking money out of an investment account. But when it hasn't been previously disclosed, when it's kind of random, when it doesn't really seem to be based on any type of algorithm or percentage, and when they keep coming, it's a really good sign that you're actually dealing with an investment scam. And then lastly, emotional manipulation. Now, emotional manipulation is a scam tactic in almost every scam, but can be a little bit more nuanced when it comes to investment scams. So before you potentially invest into something that could be a risky decision, take a beat. Are you being drawn to make a riskier decision because of FOMO or fear of missing out on a once in a lifetime opportunity? Are you perhaps being manipulated by somebody who is using your goodwill, your friendship, or your romance to make you overlook things that you might otherwise be suspicious of? Is someone threatening you, and is that the reason that you are looking to make an investment? Keeping all of these red flags in mind is a surefire way to help keep your money a little safer and to make sure that you are making legitimate investments. Now that we know a little bit more about some of the red flags that might tip you off that that investment is actually fraudulent or a scam, let's talk about some concrete ways to make sure that your investment is legitimate and scam free. And so the first one is to only use reputable platforms. Never download something that comes from a link that's been sent to you on Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or texted to you. Only download things from the App Store. And if somebody tells you to download a remote viewing software, it's definitely a scam. Don't do it. If you are approached by an investment professional, I have 3 tools to help you suss out whether they are legitimate or not. The first one is FINRA's broker check. The second one is to visit the North American Securities Administrators Association. And the last one is to visit investor.gov, which comes to us from the Securities and Exchange Commission. These 3 tools can help you to learn more about an alleged investment professional, which will help you see if they're the real deal or if it's all smoke and mirrors. And then lastly, if you have more questions on how to make a safe investment and stay scam free, give us a phone call. Our phone number is 800-222-4444, select option 2. If you'd like to learn more about investment scams and how to get started with investing, join us for our Investing for Beginners web series, which will be debuting later this month. But for now, I hope that you stay safe. Make sure that you are careful and only making secure, vetted investments, and we'll see you next time. Bye.